Joe Horn and Martin Charney, and our referee, none other than Len Hunt. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing to follow in a catch-weight flight. Please welcome. He's on my left, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 86.75 kilograms. He's wearing the black trunks. He's had 26 fights, 17 wins, 15 by knockout, and 9 losses. Please welcome, all the way from Sheffield, England, John Buster Keaton. His opponent here tonight weighing in at 87.35 kilograms. He's wearing the white, pink and blue trunks. He's had 22 fights, 16 wins, 13 by knockout, 5 losses and 1 draw. He's South Africa's Cruiserweight champion, ranked number 2 by the IBF, and the IBF Intercontinental Cruiserweight champion. Please welcome Jacob, the Silent Destroyer, Mofokeng.
Jacob, let's go. Okay, chaps, let's have a good fight. Good luck to both of you, right? All the best.
Well, this is a fight scheduled for 8 rounds. We know Jacob Mofokeng's got a big left hand. We don't know how good chin is of... I see he's got Buster on his shorts, Nick. He calls himself Buster Keaton, possibly after the film star.
Well, it can only be. I first saw Mofokeng fighting Freddie Rafferty at the Durban Light Infantry Hall. In that fight, he looked to me a very negative fighter. I know he's come on, though, in leaps and bounds since then.
Well, he's got a big left hand. That southpaw left hand of his has got a lot of power in it. He's won a lot of knockouts since that fight against Freddie Rafferty. And we know that Keaton's had a few knockouts on his record. He's been stopped a few times. So if Mofokeng can land that left hand, it'll be the end of the night for Keaton. And that's Keaton from Sheffield in England. He's from the hometown of Nassim Ahmed, the famous Nassim Ahmed. He's in the black trunks. And South Africa's junior heavyweight champion, Jacob Mofokeng, in the multicolored trunks, more white than anything else, but black, red, and so forth on it.
Yeah, Sheffield's such a big area for boxing in the UK. Steel country. Mofokeng sneaks out that left hand of his, doesn't land. Some ponderous looking shots coming in from Keaton. Mofokeng having no problem getting underneath him.
Well, Mofokeng's on a roll. He has had 2 fights last year, both inside the distance. 2 fights in '96, both inside the distance. So a lot of power in that left hand of his. There, a good one coming in there from Mofokeng. Buster Keaton's had a crack at the British middleweight title, but he was stopped in 1 round by Terry Dunstan. And I see his last fight, he fought for the WBO Intercontinental title, and he was stopped by Kelly Oliver in the 8th round. So I reckon that if Mofokeng can get that left hand going, we'll see a stoppage here.
Stop! John, watch the head, huh? Watch the head, huh? Let's go.
Well, referee Len Hunt warning Keaton there for the head, and quite correctly so. Just boring in with the head, which is very, very dangerous. Could cause a cut in the eyes, or... And the referee Hunt picked it up very, very quickly.
Mofokeng snapping that lead into the face of Keaton, and Keaton looking a little uncomfortable there. He's just forced to back off.
The big left hand. That's where the power is, in that left hand of Mofokeng.
Break, stay back. Breaking. Come on, watch that. Stay cool.
Mofokeng, 32 years old, so it must be at the end of his career. But you know, tremendously fit man. He really trains like a Trojan, and he's got to get a crack at the world title sooner or later. He's been very, very unlucky. He's had a lot of fights postponed. He's never really had the breaks in boxing.
Your eye uncovering that chin.
Right, and wait till you get him well in distance before you throw that big bomb over the top. Right, just work off your jab and just keep moving. He's having a job picking you off. But don't get careless. He's only going to catch you, get careless. Deep breathe. Right, 3 or 4 rounds, you'll start to get tired. Right? Yeah. Just keep it tight. Come on.
Well, yes, it was English being spoken in that corner. But they look like identical twins, don't they, in that corner?
Very much so. Speaking just like Nassim Ahmed, they're from the Sheffield country, and you could pick up that accent.
So no real damage done in that opening round. A bit of a reconnaissance round for Mofokeng.
Well, John Keaton has, you can call him a real journeyman pro. He's 27 years old. He started his career back in '93. He's had 26 fights, lost 9, but a bit of an in and outer.
I tell you what, he loads up on that right hand and he manages to get a left hook through as well. It's a promising start to the round by Keaton. That right hand didn't quite land flush, but I think Mofokeng was a little bit surprised by the power of it.
I think so. A little bit of a wake-up call there for Jacob Mofokeng.
Again, thumping shots coming in from Keaton, but Mofokeng picking those off.
Well, he's stopped 15 of his opponents out of 26 fights, so he's got a bit of power in that right hand. But he can't afford to get careless with Jacob Mofokeng. That's John Keaton in the black trunks and South Africa's Jacob Mofokeng in the white with all the stars on the side. Jacob Mofokeng needs the rounds. He's had very few rounds of action in the last couple of years. Looking through his record, he only had 6 rounds in 1997. And that's not good enough. He needs the work. And I don't think John Keaton can afford to slug it out with a power puncher like Jacob Mofokeng.
Well, it's getting very untidy as Keaton shows his strength. Anyway.
Okay, you got it. Let's go.
Well, referee Len Hunt may well have his hands full here. Keaton showing surprising strength there as he threw Mofokeng across the ring.
But referee Len Hunt, a very, very good referee. He takes no nonsense and very experienced referee.
Stop! I'm taking away a point. 1 point head, okay? 1 point head.
Quite correct, so that's a
cool.
very good decision there by referee Hunt. Because a bit of a brawler is Keaton. Dirty fighter, rough fighter. Boarding it with the head again.
Absolutely, and Len Hunt doing quite the right thing, just stamping his authority on this fight right from the word go. He's letting Keaton know that he's just not going to tolerate any nonsense from Keaton.
Can get out of control if you don't.
Right, step back. Come on, break it up.
But I must say that Keaton's giving Mofokeng a lot of trouble here in round 2. If he didn't have that point deducted, he possibly would have won the round.
Well, he's a very willing, come-forward fighter. May not be scientific, but it's exciting.
Well, he came to fight.
Right, deep breathe. Listen, them 2 shots you hit him with, you nearly took his head off. Right? Right? Yeah. Through your mouth, through your mouth. Right, you nearly took his head off. Just compose yourself, no wild shots, give that. Right? Come on. What do you think? Spit it in there, spit it in there. Right, listen, deep breathe, come on, keep.
Just having a look at the overhead slow-mo view of what was a very wild and woolly round. There's Keaton with the WWF maneuver.
Bit of a body throw there. We're into round 3 of this catchweight contest. The set at 88 kilograms. That is the weight limit. And John Keaton came in at 86.75 and Jacob Mofokeng came in at 87.35. They are really junior heavyweights, but they agreed to fight at 88 kilogram limits. Well, I think Jacob Mofokeng's got a fight on his hands here tonight, Nick.
Well, Keaton is very willing as he muscles Mofokeng onto the ropes. Mofokeng a very solid left hook, though, coming off the ropes.
Watch your heads.
And another left goes in. Good work from the South African IBF Intercontinental Champion. And now he's turned the action. Keaton is backed into the corner.
Oh, Keaton knows his way around the ring. He's a real rough, tough customer. He's come to fight, this Keaton, but he's shipping punishment now. Those left hooks coming in here from Mofokeng.
Well, Mofokeng looking quite keen to finish it. I think he knows that he can't afford to take any chances with Keaton. Keaton's got a bit of power, and he looked very keen in that last exchange to try and finish it.
Keaton's a rough customer. He likes to come in with the head. He's dangerous with that head. And he's a willing customer. He's just swinging in there. A brawler, you would say, as Keaton.
I'll be very surprised, Ron, if this goes the distance.
Well, not at this rate.
Both fighters looking quite tired as well, and we're only here in the second round.
It's a cut on the eye of Mofokeng, on the left eye. You see a little bit of blood there, and that's possibly from the head of Keaton. He's up against a brawler here tonight, this Mofokeng. Look at him breathing, his mouth open. He knows he's in a fight. Whatever happens, Mofokeng will know that he's been in a rough fight here tonight. Well, we're going to the last minute here of round 3, and it's been all action from round 1, and it's a really willing fight from the Sheffield man. That's John Keaton, the black trunks. He's come to fight.
The crowd ringside too have really got into this fight. A lot of excitement this one's generating.
Well, Mofokeng is panting. Look at his mouth, wide open, gasping for air. He's going to have to pull out a big one, yeah?
I'm surprised at just how tired Mofokeng is looking. The mouth is wide open in this third round. Mind you, Keaton's looking tired too.
But Mofokeng's taken a lot of shots, Nick. He's taken a lot of shots. That eye doesn't look too good. It's really bunged up.
Mofokeng gets through with a left hand, which forces Keaton to back up again. But he can't land a clean punch. Keaton ties him up. And look at referee Hunt struggling to separate those two fighters. He's a big man himself.
Right. Don't step back. Stop. The black bottle for the eye, the black bottle, yeah, and the brown bag. When you lead with the right, with the left, come with the hook.
There's some action here from that. Well, good left hand coming there from Mofokeng. It's been all action right throughout, and that's been the punches left and rights coming in from Keaton, and rights and lefts coming in from Mofokeng.
Yeah. Right, from where I'm looking here, it's even. Yeah. But you're banging him and he's going, he's weakening every time you catch him. Yeah. Hey, listen to me, you've got to keep it together. Yeah. When I tell you to box, you box and keep in centre at ring. Yeah. Right, debrief, come on. It's easy. You can do it. Right, hey, listen to me. Yeah. It's confidence and keep your right guard up. Come on.
Well, a bit of Sheffield encouragement from the corner as they start round 4 of what has turned into a very exciting fight.
Come on, guys, just clean it up.
Water down in the corner of Mofokeng.
Well, it's been a rough night here for Jacob Mofokeng. He's possibly winning the fight, but he shipped a lot of punishment. He's just relying on that one big punch, and that's where he's making a mistake. He's not setting Keaton up. He's just trying to throw that big left hand. He's not setting him up with the jab.
What's your heads?
That's it. Against a swinger like Keaton, he's got to keep it tight. That's the sort of fighting he should be doing. Just probing with that right jab and then throwing that straight right hand.
He's got to put more authority in that jab, and that's where he's making a mistake.
What's your heads?
Oh, he's looking so much better to start the round here, Ron.
It's been an exciting fight. Keaton's come here to fight. He's not going to sit down, that's for sure. He's a real brawler. He's just lying on it. He just lets the punches go.
The corner seems to have done a pretty good job on that eye between rounds.
Head, John.
Well, Keaton looking the stronger the two here in round 4. Mofokeng breathing very heavily, and Keaton breathing quite comfortable. Good left hand coming there from Mofokeng. It's been a terrific pace here for the first few rounds. They slowed down a little bit here in round 4, and it's understandable.
Yeah, it's very understandable. These two have fought at quite a pace. Mofokeng's always been able to fight his way off the ropes. Keaton lines him up against the ropes, and Mofokeng manages to get that left hand working as Keaton almost swings himself off his feet.
Lazy shots coming in there from Mofokeng. That's Jacob Mofokeng, the South African junior heavyweight champion in the white trunks, fighting for the southpaw stance. Throwing big left hands there from Jacob Mofokeng. He's relying on one punch at a time. He's just lying in the big one to try and knock out Keaton. He's not working for the openings.
It's a big contrast in their punching styles as well. Keaton throws the punch from way back, whereas Mofokeng is very short with his punches. Like that left hand there. And again, a very short, crisp left hand into the face of Keaton.
You see, Mofokeng just jabbing, not jabbing properly, just pushing the right hand out, not setting up Keaton with the jab. That's where he's making the mistake. But possibly he did enough to win that round.
I think he shaded the round, definitely.
All right, no problem. Listen, we'll give you one more round. All right.
Yeah. It's gone bad.
All right. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you now. This round, let's keep on jab. All right?
Yeah.
So I want you to do with him.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Deep breathe, and work off the jab.
Make sure he pays, okay? When you lead with this hand, come to the hook, but then keep your hands up, okay? Yeah, because he's trying to swing, you see? And make sure he has up sharp.
Yeah, and every time I check, one out of well, mess up down. But I must be able to must have sharp at the hook all the time.
World title action from the Carousel still to come this evening. Vianney Bunga against Ernesto Gray. That's coming up shortly. But at the moment, Jacob Mofokeng really has his hands full against John Buster Keaton.
It looks like the fight's over, Nick.
Thanks, John.
The fight's over. That's it. Keaton's given up. What's wrong? Has Keaton given up? Yes, he's retired. He's retired. I don't know why. Something's wrong with Keaton, but he's just retired.
Well, that's extraordinary.
Yeah, because he put up a very good show. I'm quite surprised. Something wrong there. I don't know what it is, but it looks like he's just, that's it. He said, thank you. Possibly, is it his ribs? Yeah, possibly ribs. Look at that. They're looking at the Dr. Peter Ngatani going to look at him.
There was no sign of that as he sat down in the corner between rounds.
Yes. Possibly the ribs, eh?
Could be. Maybe he only signed to fight a 5-rounder.
Possibly. Strange, eh? Because he put up a very good show.
Extraordinary, really, because, as I say, as he sat down on the stool, there was no sign that he was about to chuck it in.
At all. And he came up, he got off the stool, and he seemed okay, but then he just said, that's it.
Well, he makes his way very cautiously and gingerly out of the ring. I think you're right.
That's the ribs.
It looks like
definitely.
ribs.
Yeah, it must be. Painfully, I think it's the ribs, yes, you can see that. The right-hand side must be the ribs, you see, very painful.
Well, he's very slowly, as you can see now, making his way out of that ring, and it does look like a rib problem. Well. Dennis Diwali
could have shot in the ribs, that's what had happened.
Dennis Diwali will put us in the picture.
Yes. Yeah, obviously that's his.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of the 5th round, our fighter John Keaton fails to hold of the bell for an injury to his back. Our winner by technical knockout, Jacob Mofokeng.
So Jacob Mofokeng, I think, quite relieved too, Ron, to get that one over.
I think so, because it's a very hard fight.
It was a very willing fight while it lasted. But it looks as if he put his back out, not ribs, but back.
Yeah, I could see there. Look at he's walking to the dressing room and he's really in terrible pain.
Well, he's cutting a very forlorn figure.